Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and the Knicks snap their 3-game losing streak, and they get a big-time victory on the road against the Philadelphia 76ers with a final score of 106-104. Now, this was a must-win game because we're versing the Philadelphia 76ers, who, number one, have not looked that good this year, and number two, they're missing Joel Embiid and James Harden. So the Knicks had to get back on track, and this was a roller coaster of a game. Started off really slow. I mean, sloppy from the beginning on both sides of the ball, just low scoring, turnovers after turnovers. The Knicks go on a little run in the second quarter. You feel good going into halftime, and then the third quarter collapse happens. But in this game, the stars for me are the two bench players in Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish, really providing a big-time impact off the bench in the clutch late in the fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett also had good games as well. Mitchell Robinson left this game with a sore knee, and he was unable to return. And also, Obi Toppin and Julius Randle was on the floor together, and the New York Knicks, they outscored the 76ers 29-15 when Obi and Randle was on the court together. Now, I know Joel Embiid was not on the court on the 76ers, so it probably would have been a little different if they had to play small ball against a guy like Joel. But we're just going to talk about what happened on the court tonight and what with the players that was healthy. And this is a big-time win for the Knicks because we cannot fall 2 games under 500, losing 4 straight, especially to a 76ers team that's missing their 2 best players. So before we hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Got a lot of Knicks content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider smashing that like button. And most importantly, comment down below your thoughts of this game, your biggest takeaways, who really impressed you the most. Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin really stole the show for me because we needed big-time performances off the bench, and those are the 2 stars of the game in my opinion. So let's get right into this game, starting off with the key Knicks. Now I have 4 players on this list. We got RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Obi Toppin, and Cam Reddish. Let's start off with RJ Barrett. RJ is definitely playing a lot better basketball from the beginning of the season. We know that he started off a little slow. RJ had 22 points, 9 boards, 8 of 16 from the field. Very efficient, but he's still struggling to find his range, only 2 of 8 from downtown. So I do think that's going to fix, but at the same time, you're loving what you're seeing from RJ Barrett. He's finishing at the rim, finishing through contact, playing hard-nosed defense, just pushing the pace, and playing that style of basketball that really helps this team win basketball games. And I'm really excited to see RJ Barrett continuously get better and better as the season goes on, because I really think RJ is going to unlock something sooner rather than later, and he's going to start going crazy, and Knicks fans are going to fall in love with him all over again. Jalen Brunson, he started off a little slow, but he got back on track in the second quarter and of course, in the second half. 23 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 of 15 from the field, and very clutch free throws at the end of the game. He was also 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and you got to give a shout out to the Knicks overall squad. They've shot the ball extremely well from the free throw line, which they've been struggling with all season long. So you got to bring that up because that's been a really bad part of this season so far with the Knicks at the free throw line. You got to hit the free throws, and they did tonight. Now, coming off the bench, Obi Toppin having his best game of the season so far. Obi had a clutch 3-pointer in that fourth quarter where I was like, oh, Obi. 17 points for Obi Toppin, 6 of 10 from the field, very efficient, 3 of 6 from downtown. He started off a little slow. He had 2 missed shots in a row, 3-pointers, and you're like, all right, Obi, come on. And he got in rhythm, man, because what Obi Toppin brings to the table, he brings energy. I also love that Obi Toppin is playing meaningful minutes in the fourth quarter in the clutch. And I think Mitchell Robinson's injury has a lot to do with that. Tom Thibodeau didn't really want to roll with Isaiah Hartenstein late in the clutch. They thought that, all right, we'll experiment. With Mitchell Robinson down, we'll try out Randle and Obi together, and it really complement each other very well. I love Obi's aggressiveness. I love his confidence, and he put up 17 points in 20 minutes. So you can only imagine what Obi Toppin can do with more minutes. So shout out Obi Toppin. And then Cam Reddish. I mean, this was very interesting because I didn't even bring this up yet. It was a different starting lineup tonight. We had Quentin Grimes starting over Evan Fournier, and my thought process was, okay, who's the odd man out? If Fournier is coming off the bench and Quentin Grimes is starting, is Cam Reddish not in the rotation? But that wasn't the case. Tom Thibodeau actually had an 11-man rotation, and Cam Reddish played a lot of meaningful minutes in that fourth quarter. He had 11 points, 3 assists, 4 for 4 from the field, 1 block, 1 steal. Plus minus of a plus 19 to lead the entire squad. So Cam Reddish provided a big impact in this game. And you got to give head coach Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit in this one because His rotations have been shaky all season long, but I feel like tonight he really stepped up with giving Cam Reddish those minutes, because with Quentin Grimes starting and Fournier coming off the bench, I thought Cam Reddish would be the odd man out, but that was not the case. And Reddish is really showing to this coaching staff that he deserves minutes, because he provides a different element to the squad. Defensively, they were matching him up against Maxey, who went crazy in this game. His length, he was getting into passing lanes. He was, locking down Maxey in the clutch. Maxey was hot in the first half and maybe in the third quarter just a little bit, but Maxey did not do anything in the fourth quarter. The Knicks defense really, really stepped up, and I got to give Cam Reddish the credit, right? Only 11 points, but at the end of the day, Cam Reddish's impact defensively, getting into the passing lanes, had 3 dimes, did not miss a shot, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. I mean, he had a phenomenal game, and Cam Reddish deserves all the flowers in tonight's matchup. Now, we do not know what's going on with Mitchell Robinson. He has a sore knee, so let's hope this is not something that lingers. We have a game tomorrow against the Celtics. I'm not too sure if I'm going to expect Mitchell Robinson to play, so expect more small ball from Obi Toppin and Julius Randle if that is the case. But we did see Jericho Sims in limited action tonight for the first time this year in meaningful minutes. He only had 4 minutes off the bench. D Rose only had 6 minutes off the bench, which is pretty interesting. Emmanuel Quickly, he was a little off tonight. Only 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, coming off his 16 rebound game, which is pretty crazy. And Isaiah Hartenstein, he's such an underrated piece to this team, man, because he's never gonna flood the stat sheet and we're going to be praising Isaiah Hartenstein as the star of the game ever. He's going to be that guy that's just providing meaningful minutes and just energy and scrappy rebounds, offensive glass, the little floaters in the paint. Hartenstein had 8 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal. So Isaiah Hartenstein is doing his job, and this is an overall collective win. Now, is this a win that Knicks fans should feel like we're back? Right? No. This is a win that had to happen. We gave up a big-time lead in that third quarter. Again, another third quarter where we collapsed. We got outscored 30-16 in the third quarter, but luckily the Knicks strapped things up defensively in that fourth quarter, really went on a big-time run. The Knicks outscored the Sixers 32-21 in that fourth quarter to get the win. This was a must-win. I know it's early on in the season. You can't really say must-wins in the 8th game of the year, but when you're a team that loses 3 straight games and you're going up against a team in the 76ers who, like I said, is without their 2 stars in Embiid and Harden, you got to get this win. You absolutely have to get this win. We do not want to go 2 games under 500. We're back to 500, and let's hopefully compete and get a W tomorrow against the Boston Celtics. If that will be possible, we will find out. But I'm pumped up, man. This was a nail-biter at the end of that game. Very stressful basketball game. Started off like a terrible game. I mean, it was just as a basketball fan, you're just like, what's going on here? What's with these turnovers? It's just sloppy play. But then it got picked up a little bit. The pace was going. Tyrese Maxey's a baller. I mean, he had 31 points, but 10 of 29 from the field. Very inefficient from Maxey. He's their guy without Harden, obviously. He's going to be their primary ball handler. He's been going off this year. I think he's averaging 25-something points per game. So Maxey's been doing his thing this year for the Sixers. But overall, great win for the New York Knicks. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of this Knicks victory. Your biggest takeaways. Do you want to see more of Obi Toppin getting minutes with Julius Randle on the floor? We didn't really talk about Julius in this game. He kind of had an off night. I mean, he didn't have a field goal in the second half. I mean, he finished with 17 points and 10 boards and 5 assists and 6 of 13 from the field, which is not bad at all. But when you're watching the game, he was struggling, right? He just wasn't that Julius Randle where we fell in love with a couple seasons ago, and the first week of this year, we were like, wow, this is a different style of Julius Randle. But luckily, he was still able to provide an impact in that second half, even without scoring. Made that crucial pass to Obi Toppin, which was that 3-pointer to really give the Knicks the lead and eventually get the W. So again, guys, comment down below your thoughts of this victory. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And please, if you did not already, please hit that thumbs up button. Really helps out the channel a ton. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we take on the Celtics, baby. Let's go, Knicks. Peace out.